Yo, what up, boyos? We are back with a mobility stability day, just like yesterday, because I'm trying to, like I said, the past couple days I've been trying to take some rest days off from lifting, just to kind of cool the central nervous system a bit, because I think it's a little wrecked from the past few weeks of training. So yeah, but I just want to kind of dive right into the topic of today. Is do not let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that like to tell you what you can or cannot accomplish in your own life. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean I can't do something? Like, what's stopping me? What's stopping you? You just gotta want it. You just have to want it enough. And I think one thing that people do too much is they tell other people what their goals are and what they are striving to do. Because if you tell anybody, honestly, they're gonna just naturally have their doubts, because they see you right now. Unless you're already ahead of the curve, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, you got this," or maybe they will, but they'll be thinking, like, how do you plan on even accomplishing this? There's no way, you know? But if you don't tell anybody, really, it kind of just takes away those expectations. Which sometimes expectations can give you just that motivation you need, though. So, but I believe that it's really on you. And if you really want to accomplish something, you want to have the least amount of resistance as possible, right? Naturally. So, if you have all these people's expectations on your shoulders and telling you, "Oh, what if you can't? What if you can't? What if you can? What if you freaking can?" You just gotta prove it to yourself that you can do it. And if you do end up telling them and stuff, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong, shut them up. Let them know you're about that business. Because it's important. You have to be able to follow through if you say something. Because if you're not, it's just an empty promise. It's basically like you're just saying a bunch of BS. Like, absolutely nothing valuable if you don't actually follow through. It's just a freaking boop. It's just a thought, you know? So, but I do really think that just kind of keeping more to yourself about your actual goals and driving and stuff, that you can, it'll be, I wouldn't say easier, but it'll be less resistance to actually follow through and achieve what you can because of that lack of expectation. But you can't, you just have to, even if they find out or whatever, you just have to know you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep doing what you're doing. Because if you know you're doing the right thing, it's just a matter of time to see that delayed gratification, you know? It's just a matter of freaking time. And sometimes your number one setback is your own freaking mind. Sometimes you don't even need the outside people talking crap on you. It's on you. And even if you don't tell people, like, it's still on you, and you have to be able to break past that self-doubt, because naturally everyone has that at the beginning of something, like of a journey or whatever. You don't know if it's possible. You don't know how long it's going to take. There's so many question marks, so many different factors that could play in of your success or not success. And you have to be able to get over that hump. And sometimes it's yourself holding you back. That's the worst possible situation. Because why are you doubting yourself? You have belief. I know y'all know that belief can take you as far as you freaking want. You just have to be able to believe in yourself so much that self-doubt is just completely washed away. Because once you accomplish that, then you can believe that you can do anything. Literally. You can go out, freaking accomplish something. And that's why I think testing yourself is also a really good thing to add on to that. Because just it reassures that, and it pushes that self-doubt even more aside. Because if you keep pushing yourself and doing harder things, you just keep proving to yourself that you can push those limits. You can go farther than you think. That's the David Goggins mindset, you know? Like, people stop at their 40%, but they still got a whole nother 60% in the freaking tank. And honestly, I really believe that, because a lot of people, they really just don't push themselves because it's uncomfortable. And people are not comfortable with the uncomfortable. As simple as it is. I mean, people just don't like going out of their way to not feel good, which is understandable, but that's the only way to grow. That's the only way to get good at something, genuinely. You just have to keep pushing yourself, testing yourself, seeing how far you can take something, because that gives you more of a foundation to know that you can do other things that may be challenging. You don't even know like anything about or how to do, but you know that you gotten past these harder things in life. So what's the difference of that in this different pursuit, you know? So you just have to be able to push that self-doubt aside and just really freaking dig into it. I think that's all I got for now. Like I said, mobility, stability day, nothing too crazy. Trying to just get my body back to alright again, so. And I don't know if I'll throw in any clips or whatever, because, I don't know, it's a little boring, but we'll see. You never know. But we'll see you in a bit. Yo, just got done with my freaking workout, we shall say. Oh, snap. Sorry, brother. Almost hit ya. But, anyway, feeling pretty good because I ended up doing like 40 minutes mobility and slash stability with the band, and then I went upstairs to the track and did some one-arm kettlebell carries around the 200-meter track. I did that three sets, and I would switch between arms in the middle, so about at 100 meters. But that was freaking burning my like chest, not chest, but just the whole trunk, you know. And I've told myself I need to start doing those more. That might be a good addition to just the mobility day, since the mobility doesn't typically take too long. And then on top of that, I just did 40 minutes of just walking on the treadmill, because I don't know, I just wanted to kind of stay there a bit longer, so I decided to knock out some. And I weighed myself, and I'm up to like 138.8, which it's definitely inflated, because I had a lot of freaking carbs yesterday and last night, which I don't usually do, so that definitely affected it. But nevertheless, I don't want to like get out of reach of a good looking physique, because I mean, I don't know, I'm okay with it, but I just don't want it to get to a bad point. But I feel like I'm eating pretty consistently, just a little bit above maintenance, so in a surplus technically, because I don't track my calories anymore. But I do have a good sense of how many calories are in each of my meals, because I'm pretty much eating the same stuff that I was eating on my cut, but just in a little bit more of a portion, you know. So yeah, I think I'm well on track with a good bulk here, because, you know, I'm not trying to just overdo it immediately, you know. But yeah, I'm slowly, steadily going up, which also why kind of I took a little bit of a rest. So I might be able to come back and all my lifts might be a bit better / stronger, because I have been kind of draining myself. But yeah, in my head, doesn't really hurt today. The shake test, it low-key passes today, which is a dub, because even yesterday, I mean, it was kind of a low-key not high intensity, but a little harder than I was intending to go yesterday in the plyometric stuff. But yeah, today we're feeling freaking awesome, so that is a good sign. So I think today, take a little bit of a rest, and then tomorrow I'm probably still gonna end up doing something like I did today. Just something light, you know, nothing, no weights, nothing crazy, you know. But we'll see when that comes. But anyway, alright, I want to talk about just a little bit. Living for yourself is not selfish. There's quite a big difference, because you kind of have to care about how you live, because it's your freaking life, you know. You have to take control of your life. But if you just kind of give in to everyone's distractions and temptations, you know, it may look like you're selfish because you're not willing to go out of your way to like hang out with people or do something fun. But if it's like just getting fucked up and just cooking yourself, and you're on the path of health, like a healthier lifestyle, that's not going to help you to reach that goal of yours. And then those people look at you like you're selfish, but you're just taking control of your life and trying to improve, you know? There is nothing wrong with that. So, I don't know, there's just a bit of a misconception, I believe, in that. But yeah, don't freaking feel guilty about trying to better yourself, because there are a lot of people that they're never going to be able to do that, and never going to have the actual willpower to be able to sit down and improve themselves. And they're going to be jealous of you because you're actually able to spot the bad things going on in your life, and you're going to obviously want to improve upon that. But if the people you're hanging around and stuff, they're still doing all that stuff, and they're just trying to keep dragging you in with you, it's not healthy, bro. Like, and it's definitely not selfish to stay away from that, you know. So just a good perspective to have on that. Living for yourself is not selfish at all. Because other people are living for themselves too, and that's why they want you to do all that bullshit with them, because they don't want to feel freaking alone in doing that shit. So you just kind of have to read the room, read the situation, you know. But that's how you really take control and freaking sit yourself down and just taking care of yourself is definitely not selfish at all. And people may not see it, like I said, you know. They're definitely not gonna see the vision, actually. So you're just gonna have to do what you gotta do, you know. But I'm getting some gas right now. So, with that said, I don't think I got much more for y'all. So, I will catch you tomorrow for some more stability, mobility, whatever we got going on. So, peace.